Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mcarthur. I am the Scientific Director of Genea Limited and Genea Thailand. I am also the Managing Director of Genea Thailand here in Bangkok. So Genea in Australia is the leading IVF company, and we provide our fertility services to thousands of couples in Australia every year. We have a full suite of fertility services available to our patients in Australia. And one of the really great things is that we've been able to fully translate our world-leading care and services to Bangkok. Genea Thailand is part of a much wider group that's involved in not only the provision of IVF services, but also the development of world-leading technologies. In Thailand, we have access to the Jerry time-lapse incubation system and the Gavi automated vitrification instrument. But key to the technology that we have available in Genea Thailand is this really wonderful app called the Grow app by Genea. The Grow app is a really world-leading piece of technology that brings patients into their IVF treatment cycle. Really, the key inspiration behind the development of the Jerry incubator and the Grow app is patient success. All of our services are really focused on ensuring that our patients have the very best success rates in the world. And we use our technology to deliver to the patients their absolute number one goal of having a healthy family. This is a really exciting part of where Genea is at the moment. We're developing some really world-leading technologies that we'll be able to apply in our laboratories and give our patients access to even better and improved outcomes. Number one is our artificial intelligence work that we're doing. We're aiming to give our scientists and therefore our patients the ability to choose the very best embryos for transfer during any treatment cycle. So that's a really exciting part of where we're taking our technologies. We are also doing some wonderful work on developing our molecular genetics services. And key to that is developing carrier screening technologies that will ensure, again, that our patients have the very best chance of having a live, healthy birth. So Genea has a really long history of working in Thailand. In fact, more than 30 years since we started delivering IVF services in the country. The reason that we chose Thailand is not only because of its wonderful food, but also because of its really excellent work skill levels. The doctors, the scientists and the nurses that we work with in Thailand are really world-class professionals. And also the wider Thai healthcare system allows us to work with our local colleagues to really ensure that we deliver the very best outcomes for patients who attend our clinic. So for our COVID-19 protocols, Genea Thailand has really developed a really strict and wide-ranging set of protocols to ensure maximum safety for our patients in a very difficult time. Before patients come into the clinic for an egg collection, they will have a real-time PCR test 24 hours prior to that procedure being undertaken. For patients when they're coming in for less invasive procedures such as an embryo transfer, we'll provide ATK testing for those patients prior to the embryo transfer. All of our staff members have an ATK test at least once a week. And we're using social distancing protocols to ensure that our patients minimise the risk of coming into contact with COVID-19. Currently we're restricting our patient appointments to 4 per day to ensure that we minimise the risk as well as we can. And so far all of our measures have been very successful in having no transfer of COVID to patients who come to our clinic. The reality for patients who are required to undergo IVF treatment to complete their goal of having a healthy family is that it's a very difficult process emotionally. So it's really important that Genea ensures that our patients are supported during the IVF process. We have in place very professional staff, clinicians, nurses, all the way through to our scientists, who are here not only to provide the necessary clinical and technical support, but really the emotional and the psychological support. It's a reality of IVF treatment that we don't have 100% success. So when those patients who don't succeed on their first try need that support to ensure that their well-being is managed, Genea has a lot of systems in place to ensure that the well-being of our patients is managed at all levels. Genea now has more than 35 years of experience in Australia. Our number one focus has always been success rates. The absolute goal of patients who come into the IVF setting is to have a healthy family. We are committed through our technology and all of our support services in Australia to ensuring that we are the number one clinic in terms of success rates for our patients. And currently, from measures that have happened in Australia, Genea holds 6 of the top 10 places of all IVF clinics in New South Wales and ACT, and our success rates are unquestionably the best in the country. Look, Thailand's a wonderful country. I think first and foremost is obviously the people. They're very welcoming people who care about other people who come and visit the country, and therefore making it really a place where patients can be sure that they will get the very best service and the very best outcomes. And really wonderfully about Thailand is all of the people provide that assistance with beautiful smiles on their faces. So it really is the best country in my view to travel to outside of Australia. So IVF is not just a clinical and laboratory-based process. There are many other aspects in terms of the patient's psychological well-being, the access that they have to people who are providing those services, and how those people interact as a team. And Genea's commitment is to delivering across all areas of IVF treatment. We don't treat patients as a number, we treat patients as people, and we have teams that are in place to really deliver to those people and to their partners, because IVF involves men and women. We're very focused on ensuring that the teams that we have in place deliver on all aspects necessary